So here's some news from the world of gaming. I am a gamer, and one of the franchises I've enjoyed is Assassin's Creed. I played the first one and one or two of the others and enjoyed it. It's a game, if you're not a gamer, it's a game of stealth where you creep up on people and assassinate them. And the first one had a really clever time travel aspect to it that was really smart and different. And I enjoyed it. So they've got a new one coming out. This is called Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They're putting them in different cultural settings and all this. And you have all these targets that you have to go and kill. And one of them in this game is someone named Eor for Wine, I guess. And she is described this way: horribly burned in a childhood accident. Eor is terrified someone will see her disfigured face. She relieves her fury with bursts of violence. Now try and guess what we were outraged about when we heard this. The outrage, of course, we must be offended. It's always important to be offended because being offended is the way the left controls the culture. It makes you feel that you're doing something wrong, and it puts pressure on companies to change that. And the point is really not the change that you're making. It is that you make the change. It is that you are bowing to the system of manners that the left is imposing on you. That's the important thing about these things. Never think that anybody is actually defending gay people or black people or anybody else. They're always defending leftism, which is the power to control you from above, as opposed to freedom, which is the power to make your own decisions from below. So they immediately began attacking this description of this villain, Eor who is horribly burned in a childhood accident. She's terrified someone will see her disfigured face and relieves her fury with bursts of violence. It's absolutely unacceptable, says one person, to talk about facial differences this way. Facial differences. Writers for games and otherwise need to do better. And the Assassin's Creed developers said, "Thank you so much for pointing this out. We apologize for unintentionally reinforcing ableism." It's ableism. It's giving privilege to people who are able through this language. We will remove this language in an upcoming update. Now, the Assassin's Creed people have always been politically correct. It was very important, even in the first one, that the hero be Muslim, because it came out right at a time when people were saying, hey, some of these Muslims are kind of blowing things up. Maybe there's something wrong with their philosophy. Maybe we should check this out. And so it was very important to them that they were multicultural. And they have always been responsive to political correctness. So it's not a total loss to lose them. But games in general have been resistant to political correctness. And the feminists especially have been whining and moaning and shrilly crying that there are too many brave male white heroes or whatever, and boys are having too much fun because boys are the people who play games more than girls. And that's just the fact. And so they've been playing to that. But now there's all this pressure to bring gaming into the corral of all the other arts, the movies, which are now saying, well, we won't make a movie if it doesn't have the proper number of black people in it. TV, the same thing. And, are they going to cancel cop shows because we need to defund the police? And novels, publishing basically has got this entire racist and racial preference system being put in place through this kind of pressure. But we always have to, but it's a shame to see them do this, because first of all, let's talk about the illogic of it. First of all, if you're burned, if your face is burned, you are not as happy about your face as you would be if your face weren't burned. How do you feel about your face, Eor for Wine? It's great. I love having a burned face. It's just what I wanted. I actually set my face on fire because I thought, I'm too good looking. I would rather have a burned face. Nobody thinks like that. And that is inhuman and stupid. Of course you might be bitter, you might be angry, you might be insane if your face were disfigured in a fire. That is just human nature. And to eliminate human nature, because this is, of course, the leftist theory that if they eliminate human nature, if you don't say that a man is not a woman, then the lie that a man is a woman will become true. This is leftist philosophy. It's all language. It's all about what we say. It's all about social constructs. If we have a new social construct where someone with a penis is a woman, then someone with a penis will be, in fact, a woman. It's just nonsense. It's just taking the meaning out of words. All of this, taking the meaning out of words, enforcing a code of manners, making the language, forcing people to acknowledge what is not true as true. All of this is just leftism. It doesn't help people with burned faces. It doesn't help black people, doesn't help gay people, doesn't help anybody. And that's why you get these crazy things where people say, well, if you don't believe this, you ain't black. If you don't believe this, you ain't gay, because it's not a system for helping you be yourself. It's a system for helping you be what they want you to be and to believe what they want you to believe. And it's a shame. It really is a shame, because games are a wonderful place for young men to experience heroism, to play out their dreams, their fantasies of heroism. It shouldn't be a place for leftists to strip the joy out of life, as they've done in every other venue. And it's too bad. I hope some gamers will fight back. The science fiction world is partly fighting back. And I hope some game companies will fight back as well.